gonna be talking about how Brendan Allen is booty cheeks at fighting. So, um, let's see his last couple fights. So he has actually been on a pretty nice win streak. Um, so his last loss was to Chris Curtis, who is fighting this weekend on Saturday in the main event of Fight Night. So look at this. Just look at these names. Bruno Silva is a pretty good name. Paul Craig's notable. Actually, Bruno Silva is absolute garbage. Never mind, he's not a good name. Everyone beats Bruno Silva. Andre Muniz, he's just like mid. He's like the Pedro Munoz sort of. Paul Craig is absolute booty cheeks. Who doesn't beat Paul Craig, honestly? Only wins he has is when he like is in the last round and getting his booty cheeks slapped. So Krzysztof Jotko's booty. Jacob Malkoun's a decent name, I guess. He just won his fight. But I'm pretty sure it was a robbery or something. Or it could have gone to Malkoun. Sam Alvey, like, was pretty sure that was his last fight, and he was, like, on a 7-fight loss streak. Soriano's a bad loss to have. Roberson, Strickland, everyone losing Strickland because he's a GOAT. I didn't know he beat Kevin Holland. Anyway, yeah, so he has, like, nothing, really, honestly, for Chris Curtis. Chris Curtis had a pretty good takedown defense, and I feel like Brendan Allen is just kind of retarded. So Brendan Allen's the type of guy to shoot a jab into a takedown like at least 5 times in a row until Chris Curtis notices and he's just gonna get caught with an uppercut. So my prediction is Chris Curtis probably gonna catch Brendan Allen. I feel like if Vettori didn't pull out of this fight, then it would have been and I think maybe Allen could have beat Vettori, but I just feel like although Chris Curtis is a whiny little baby and he'll never be anything in the UFC, he'll probably never be above number 12 ranking, honestly. But I feel like Brendan Allen's still chinny. He just hasn't got caught really. And Paul Craig was landing some shots on him. They weren't like the most amazing shots because it's Paul Craig. But he's landing clean. And I feel like if he gets caught once by Curtis, I don't think he's gonna do something the first time, but if he keeps adding up later in the rounds, then I think that he'll eventually get stumbled, and I feel like Curtis is just gonna unload on him against a fence, kind of like his lost Strickland when he got knocked out. So, and I feel like Curtis can like survive on the ground with Allen if he does get taken down, even though Allen does have a pretty good submission game. So I feel like Curtis can kind of weather the storm on the ground and then like get into like the 3rd, 4th round. And I feel like maybe there's a liver shot there for Curtis. So yeah, that's how I think it'll play out for Brendan Allen versus Chris Curtis. And Allen has a really short reach for his height. This is Chris Curtis. He has a longer reach than him, and he has a 4-inch height disadvantage. And he has like a 1.5-inch reach advantage. And just the experience on Curtis, I think. Although, what's his name? Brendan Allen does have a lot of fights. 36 in the professional record. I don't know how much he has on his amateur. But I feel like Curtis is too polished in his boxing. Although he did go to that stinky fight with Marc-Andre Barriault and got whooped by Imavov until he got a lucky headbutt. Then he said he couldn't see and then he got mad about it. I feel like, and he lost to Kelvin Gaston, which is a pretty bad look. But again, it was because of that nasty headbutt he took. So I feel like Curtis wins this. I'm gonna take the underdog here. Hopefully this doesn't age badly. Yeah, and I think Curtis has like 80 something fights, like including amateur. So that's like a lot of fights. If you didn't know, now you know. According to Dana White. But yeah, this is how I think a fight's gonna play out. I feel like Allen's gonna be trying to like maybe like he's gonna be like at range, even though Curtis has a advantage. He's gonna be like trying to piss off Curtis. Then he maybe shoots like a jab into a takedown like 5 times in a row. Because Allen's just dumb like that, I feel like. Allen just seems like a dumb guy, honestly. Like, he got mad at Drickus for the dumb thing he said about his tattoo or something. But yeah, and then he can't take a joke, and he's always has his little daughter. Like, bro, we get it, we have a daughter. We don't really care because probably your daughter's probably gonna grow up to be a hoe. But yeah, so, and I feel like, uh, what's his name? Crap, I forgot his name. Brendan Allen. I feel like he gives me like Grant Dawson vibes. I feel like this is kind of like a Grant Dawson slash Bobby Green vibe fight, kind of towards me. Cause like Allen beat a decent like notable fighter like kind of like Dawson beat Ismagulov, and then he just gets jab knocked out in 30 seconds by Green. So I feel like I just feel like this is kind of what's gonna happen. Also with Luque just quitting like a little girl, I'll say that. Uh, I just have that vibe of this fight. So yeah, my prediction is Chris Curtis by third round TKO, maybe fourth, maybe split decision. I don't know. I feel like he can maybe wobble him a couple times in this fight. Anyway, that's it for this video.